Mr. President, a week ago, in fact, 1 week ago today exactly, I stood at this same podium to ask this body to formally censure the gentleman from the 17th Senate District for having the temerity to don a face mask during our April 24th session here. A face mask that bore the unmistakable pattern of white stars on a field of blue bordered by 2 white lines, and on a field of red, a pattern that is unmistakably that of the Confederate battle flag, in this chamber while doing the work of the people of the state of Michigan. I also asked that our chamber rules be updated to prohibit it or any other symbols of hatred, bigotry, xenophobia, or white supremacy from being worn or otherwise displayed in this body. And a letter was submitted to the gentleman from the 16th Senate District who leads this body. Now, while a lot has occurred over the past week, still nothing has been done to address the issue. We can walk and chew gum, so to speak. However, not a peep has been spoken, nary a line of text written, not so much as remorse, sadness, or even empathy expressed about the injury done or the stain cast upon this chamber by the actions of the member from the 17th Senate District. Ignoring a problem will not make it go away. Remaining silent on it suggests approval and condoning of the actions for which I have asked for a formal and public repudiation of, and rebuking of the individual who committed them. And as such, because of the failure to act, today I have submitted a formal resolution calling for the censure of the gentleman from the 17th Senate District for adorning his face with the emblem of hatred and racism that the Confederate battle flag represents. As a reminder, the Confederate flag is a symbol of immense hatred which seeks to celebrate the most disgraceful aspects of our nation's history. Proudly wearing one is a direct affront to the 1 in 7 Michiganders who are of African descent. A symbol of white supremacy has no place in a legislative body that is constitutionally obligated to make laws that provide for the equal protection of people of all races. And donning a Confederate battle flag dishonors the memory of the brave Michiganders who fought and died to end slavery and who have continued to make sacrifices for civil rights in the century and a half since. Michiganders have given their lives and risked everything to defeat the system and ideas that the Confederate flag represents. Wearing it on the floor of the Senate demonstrates a lack of proper respect for their memory and a lack of respect for the humanity and existence of Black people in our state. Specifically, wearing it violates Rule 1.301 of the Standing Rules of the Senate. This rule provides each senator shall conduct himself or herself to justify the confidence placed in him or her by the people, and shall, by personal example and admonition to colleagues, maintain the integrity and responsibility of his or her office. Further, Rule 1.311 of the Standing Rules of the Senate provides, in part, a senator determined to have violated the provisions of the rules regulating ethics and conduct may be reprimanded, censured, or expelled. And whereas the gentleman from the 17th Senate District failed to meet the high standards of conduct expected by our offices by the people of Michigan. The decision to wear a face mask adorned with a Confederate flag represents, whether intended or not, contempt for members and staff of this legislative body and the people we represent. Symbols of hatred that dishonor our history and that are designed to terrorize Black people have no place in the Senate. And this legislative body must send a clear message that hatred and white supremacy are unwelcome in this chamber and in our state. To continue to ignore this fails the people of Michigan and signifies that this body is not interested in ensuring that all of her citizens and residents are heard and treated with respect and dignity. I look forward to the co-sponsorship of colleagues who are not content to sit idly by and allow symbols of racism, bigotry, and division to be present in this space, for this resolution to be taken up, and for this matter to be formally and publicly resolved forthwith. I end my remarks today with 2 resounding questions for all of us. What is the character of the Senate? What is the character of an individual or a body that feigns our proud Union history and besmirches it by applauding and adorning the